The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos.
We go! 50, plant. 55. Hey, let's get some penetration here. 61, matchbox, left to go.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Emmanuel Agba there on the stop. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Ballage. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Locke to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
30 base. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. From just shy of midfield, Locke. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, a run with Cohen. Now he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Ready.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big play there for the Dolphins. 54 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now back to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Valage. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Howard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Come on, let's go. Shoot! Mike, 53, Mike. I'm coming after you.
They'll run here with Delage. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They'll set up to throw. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Emmanuel Agba in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And take it right on the 30. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rock to throw on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Sam Martin now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Mike, I got it. 53's the Mike. 53.
Here we go on second and 12. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. 36 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Miami.
Now on first down. He'll drop to throw it. Going to throw deep for the... And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Ready, set. Watch it, and here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On third and long, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. Now Balaj. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run with Howard, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll drop the throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They run it with Balaj. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Let's go. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Again, it's Cohen. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. On 3rd down, Cohen. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Lock going to go on 4th down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way. Let's make these babies come on. 53, come on. 53, check 53. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 9, check 9.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for it, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. It's caught by Davis. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the 1st. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Set, 10 logo. Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
This a quick pass to Davis. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing his lock on third down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
For the Bronco field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, team.
2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They try again with Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Lock to throw. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
13 yards. First down, Dolphins.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And the Dolphin first down.
53, Mike.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football. A Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.